Before I get started with the story, let me give a shout out to Trill Texas for tagging me in this post. And today we will be talking about Vivica Fox. And lately, anything that I've had to say about her has pretty much been in a negative, mainly because she just comes off as a negative person. And that's sad to say, considering back in the day, she was a very good actress and she even looked attractive, unlike today, where everything about her internally and externally is just hideous. I mean, look at her. You know, it's no shock that this woman had some work done. But more so than her physical appearance, her internally is absolutely flawed. Now, this woman, you can tell that she has a disdain towards black men because she loves talking down on black men whenever she gets a chance. Like, let's go back just a couple of years when Ice Cube was on her show with those other hens over at Fox Soulless, as I like to call it, when he was trying to bring, that plan for Black America, the contract with Black America, or CBA. And she was one of the leading hens who was so against it because, in her opinion, it was nothing in there specifically for black women, even though he said, if you want to put something in there for black women, even though it's in there for black people. And they got mad at him when he said that. Like, that was the weirdest exchange I had ever seen. And it's just like, it's just weird to me how she is. Just like, she's just a weirdo to me. At this point, Vivica Fox is just weird. Now we have this situation where she has now chimed in on the whole situation with Will Smith and Chris Rock. And she went as far as to say that this is black on black crime. Like, those were her words. Huh? Now, let's keep in mind here, Vivica has worked with Will Smith 2 times as far as I know in the past. The first time they worked together was on an episode of Fresh Prince, if y'all remember, back in the 90s, back in the first season, as a matter of fact, where she was a guest star on one of the episodes and she was interested in Will. They went on a date, but then it turned out that she was nothing more than a bitch. Like, if y'all remember it, that's how she was acting. Like, she literally was the date from hell until Carlton had to set her straight. Then fast forward to 1996, where they worked together again on Independence Day, in which they were married. Well, they were in a relationship, but their characters did end up getting married later on in the movie. So there's that. So they have worked together. So it's not like this is coming from a place of a complete stranger or acquaintances. They have worked together on different projects. But also, furthermore, and this is the obvious one, Vivica and Jada worked on a movie together. Y'all may have heard of it. It came out in 1997. It was called Set It Off, with her, Jada, Queen Latifah, and Kimberly Elise. So it's not like these individuals don't know each other. They've worked on film and television shows with each other. So I don't know where all of this animosity is coming from with her, but Vivica gives off the vibe that she cannot take or tolerate a man, especially a black man, who has some kind of dominant force. She appears to be the type of person that would be the one to boss her man around, sort of like how Gabrielle Union is with Dwayne Wade. And she gives off the mean girl vibe, just like Gabrielle Union said that she was like when she first got started in the industry. And quite honestly, I think Gabrielle Union still has those same vibes. Clearly. But I'm going to read this article that's coming from Shadow and Act that was posted on April 3rd, 2022. The article states, "We're nowhere near the end of Slapgate, so here's another comment from a celebrity." And I'm trying to figure out where on the list does she fall as far as a celebrity goes. I know it's nowhere near A. This time, Vivica A. Fox, who called the event Black on Black Crime. While guesting on Fox Soulless Cocktails with Queens, Fox said that she was absolutely shocked and saddened about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock because of his impromptu joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's hair. Pinkett Smith suffers from alopecia. It was the wrong place, time, and it just took the air out of the building, she said, according to Bossa. The gentleman who won the award after him, Questlove, his moment totally went away because everybody, you could just see it in the audience. She said, "This is the consequence of opening up your world to the public. Here comes the jokes." She also invoked the triggering statement of criminality when talking about Rock's joke. To get up, walk across the Oscar stage, and strike. It was black on black crime, and I was disappointed. Shadowing act Brenda Alexander wrote in her op-ed how she felt Smith was standing up for his wife amid her struggle with alopecia. There's nothing funny about a woman who has to come to terms with losing her hair in chunks in front of the world and sitting in an audience in an emerald green ball gown, wearing diamonds and pearls, doing her best to look and feel beautiful, only to be reminded of what she doesn't have. She wrote, "No one knows the physical and emotional turmoil Pinkett has gone through as a result of her condition. It's only right for her man to save her at that moment." She, like I said, she went as far as to call this black on black crime. And you know who was going to eat that up. Vivica, I'm here to tell you now, you making that comment made you look even more foolish, because if this is your attempt at getting more roles outside of, I don't know, Lifetime, because that's pretty much what she's been regulated to. I don't know if you've paid attention or not, and if you haven't, good for you. I don't think I'll see Vivica Fox on any type of big screen ever again. I think the last time she did a big screen movie was the second Independence Day movie, which was a flop. Like, they actually killed Will Smith's character off screen, from what I've heard. He wasn't even in the movie because he didn't want to do it. And rightfully so. I knew that was a flop coming a mile away. But she needed the check. And not plot twist, but spoiler alert, her character died in the movie. From the clips that I did see, her character dies in the movie, saving a patient, because, you know, she went and became a doctor or a nurse or whatever it was. And I think that she was saving a patient, and when she was trying to get off the building collapsed with her on top of it, and she pretty much died in the collapse. So there you go. I just, spoiled something for you just in case y'all had the nerve to want to go watch that movie, but something tells me that you don't. So there it is. But Vivica, sit down and be quiet. Sitting up here saying it was black on black crime. The overinflation. This is just about as bad as Judd Apatow saying that he could have killed him from a slap. Like I said, another one of these individuals who's talking for the sake of talking, who's not even qualified to speak on the situation. Let's keep in mind, this is the same woman who tried to give Prince Harry a quote unquote light skin pass, saying that he's not white Harry anymore. Now he's light skinned Harry. Remember, she was the same one that said that. So that pretty much tells you all you need to know about her mindset.